Alright, Game Changers, welcome back to another video here today. Now, we all know that money makes the world go round. The more that you have of it, the more options you have in life. Now, if someone were to ask you whether or not you want more money or less money, I think that the majority of you would want more.
I hope so.
Of course, there are people who would rather have less, and that's okay. But the majority, like I said before, would choose to have more. And like I said before, the options are the best things about money because it gives you a sense of financial security. You're able to travel, you're able to live a wealthy lifestyle, and you don't have to worry about that being an issue. You're able to have a lot more experiences and overall, just a much better quality of life. But of course, when I say all this, I don't mean that money is everything, but it does help you live a much better and a more comfortable life is what I'm trying to get at.
You're goddamn right.
But what if I told you that there was a privileged, unemployed man who was slammed on Twitter after he resented his parents for spoiling him, in air quotes here, by giving him $100,000 on his birthday, paying for his college tuition, and financially supporting him? What? Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I had parents with that kind of money providing for me, I'd be a little more thankful. Now, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what this man wrote, but before I do, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter so that we can follow all that I tweet out. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to become a part of the game-changing community here, because I cover viral videos, trending videos, and videos, of course, that make no goddamn sense. Anyways, if that sounds interesting, let's get into it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Alright, so here's the man right here. I cannot even pronounce his name even if I wanted to, but he wrote a 35 tweet thread on Thursday detailing his resentment towards his parents for always financially supporting him, even though he has not had a job in 3 years.
What?
You know what? Let's take a look at his actual Twitter feed. He goes by Magnificent Adult Baby. Wow. And he writes, a few days ago, I took a medium dose of acid and wrote for several hours straight and admitted some things to myself, mostly about money. Let's start here. Last August, my mom gave me $100,000 for my birthday. I resented her for this and also suppressed the resentment. In January, I had the thought that I should figure out money and career stuff, and then I proceeded to mostly avoid the topic, occasionally tentatively having feelings about it, but not in a very satisfying way. Then I procrastinated on my taxes. I procrastinated on my taxes so hard, I was forced to spend the last day before the deadline mostly having feelings about taxes to find out why I had procrastinated so hard. What came up was I don't know how much money I have or made, so I can't tell my parents about it. And I don't want to tell my parents about my money situation because I don't want them to feel like they failed me. Thinking that thought made me break into tears uncontrollably. Like I want to clarify that this is rare for me. Usually I can turn it off if I want to. So that was progress. I learned that my feelings about money are intimately tied to my feelings about my parents. I went on to successfully avoid the topic again for several weeks. Then I had to move out of my group house. There was nowhere in particular I wanted to move to, so I ended up moving into an Airbnb, which wasn't very good, too close to a busy street. Towards the end of my stay, I decided to take a medium dose of acid to see if it could get me unstuck on stuff, and whoo boy, I wrote for maybe 12 hours straight, and it eventually turned into a sort of spontaneous dialogue between the person I am on acid and the person I am sober. Acid QC and sober QC. Acid QC told me a bunch of things I need to hear, but didn't particularly want to. He told me, you've been feeling social pressure to pretend like you have financial health. That is entirely about your savings and your income, and it's just not true at all. The truth is that if you ran out of money, your parents would send you more because they love you. The truth is that your finances aren't separated from your parents' finances, and they never have been. You resent your mom for sending you $100,000 because she forcefully reminded you of this fact. You feel like you were told by society that the way making a living works is that you do labor and are paid a fair wage for your labor, and that's how you earn the right to exist and to be a member of society. You feel guilty because you've never done this. But that's just not true. You actually do need to earn the right to exist, and you never have. The reason you're alive right now and not starving to death on the street even though you haven't had a job in 3 years is because your parents send you money because they love you. And I was like, oh my god, I'm literally Harry effing Potter. I'm literally being protected by my parents' love in the form of money, and I always have been. How incredibly embarrassing. Now I know that was a lot to unravel there, but it seems like there's also a lot going on here with this guy. So I think what he's come to understand is that he has been sheltered his whole life by his parents and has not had to earn his living, and he's suddenly feeling guilty about it. So basically he's struggling internally with this new revelation of his, and he doesn't know what to do, and he just wrote it all on Twitter for the world to see. Honestly, I would have just kept that to myself.
At least I'm safe inside my mind.
Alright, well, moving on, let's just say that I was in this man's shoes. What would I do? First and foremost, I would be thankful and grateful that my parents love me enough to be able to provide for me where I don't even have to have money be an issue. On top of that, I would use that money, let's say for example this $100,000 that he got for his birthday, and start investing. Start putting money that is going to make me more money, so that way when I am able to provide for my own and I'm producing my own money through the money that I was gifted, so that way I can feel like I'm earning my own money and I don't have to rely on my parents' money all the time. Or one of the most simple things that you could do is go out and get a job, even if it's part-time and even if it's minimum wage. So that way you feel like you are earning your living in society, because I think this is something that is eating away at him slowly and surely, and it's really a big issue for him. And if he's able to do either one of these two things, I think that would put his mind to rest and that stress would go away. But I don't know, just based off of his tweets, I feel like this is his biggest issue. I know this happens a lot in Asian families, and it's something that a lot of people do struggle with, so it's not very uncommon, but it's so funny to me that people will put it online for the world to see. That's something that, again, I probably would not let the world know about, but you know, some people just have to put it out there so that way they can get help from others when they don't know who to turn to. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know all your feedback down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Now with that being said, this is GCP signing off.
Oh my god. What is that? No one decided to shoot GC in that hole. 3 people, none of them decided to shoot at GC. They're just like, nah, we chill, bro, we chill.